Folks, let's talk about closing week. And as we do that, I'm going to give you the best argument I can muster on why closing on a Thursday would be the most ideal day of the week to make this transition as smooth and stress-free as possible. Now, do I wish I could go back and sequence this video when we were talking about making the offer? Absolutely. But whether you're closing on a Thursday, a Monday, or any other day that ends in Y, here is how you can set up closing week that each day has its purpose, and we can make this make sure that we have the capacity and presence of mind to do each of these tasks well. So we're going to start with the closing disclosure because federal guidelines say that a borrower has at least 72 hours in order to review the terms of their loan in order to make sure that they're comfortable and we avoid those predatory loans that got us into that 2008 financial crisis. So starting with the closing disclosure, we know that at least 72 hours from that point, we can be closing on this loan. So if that day is Monday, then we know the next day can be a great time for our final walkthrough. If we're closing on a Thursday, Tuesday, we can come in and do our final walkthrough. That way there's time between now and closing day to finish up any last minute issues. No one wants that pressure of I'm closing in 2 hours. So do I really want to make a stand over this drywall issue here before closing, or do I just want to eat it and go to closing and get on with life? Well, if we can chunk our closing week into these day-specific tasks, this will make sure that we do what I said earlier and take that final walkthrough seriously. Now, on Wednesday, in this Thursday closing scenario, we can go ahead and wire our funds for closing. This makes sure that all of the money for the transaction is at the closing attorney's office when you come in to sign paperwork the next day. You see, the lender sent their closing disclosure not only to you, but also to the closing attorney at least 48 hours ago, right? And so that's going to make sure they've got an opportunity to get on the same page with tax prorations, title fees, and things of this nature. And by this point, the day before closing, we should be 100% on the same page, which allows you to go ahead and wire your funds. That way, Thursday, when you show up for closing day, all the money is there, everything is decided, we've been satisfied with our final walkthrough and those last minute arrangements, and we can come in, spend closing day signing the paperwork and getting excited about our new home. Then the day after closing, which could be a Friday, we can worry about getting our utilities changed over, scheduling our moving truck, and these kinds of things. And then if anything goes awry between Monday, that closing disclosure coming out, Tuesday getting final walkthrough done, Wednesday all the funding, if anything goes awry, we can transition that transfer of possession from Thursday to Friday, as opposed to closing on a Friday and being hamstrung by a long weekend. Before that transition happens, the buyers get their keys, the sellers get their proceeds, and everybody moves happily onto the next phase in their life. So again, chunk your closing week objectives into day-specific tasks to give yourself the capacity and presence of mind to be able to do each of them well. And then also consider closing on a Thursday to make all of this naturally line up with closing week. And that is going to be the best advice I can give on how to make sure that this is a successful and smooth transition. If you have any questions, you can reach me at 901-497-5615. Y'all have a great day. See ya.